This is a brief CPR instructional video for an unresponsive adult victim. First thing you do coming upon an unresponsive victim is you would shake them and ask them if they're okay and if they're breathing. And if they're not, you would then check their pulse. And then after checking their pulse, and if they don't have a pulse, you would get the nearest person or the person nearest to you to call for help, call 911. And as they're doing that and going off and doing that, you would immediately start doing compressions if there's no pulse. And you would do 3 sets of compressions with 2 breaths with each set. You have to find the spot to do them. By doing that, you check to see where their sternum is, this little V. You go 2 inches above the sternum, in between their breasts, right in the middle, there. You lock your hands and you use the heel of your palm to apply the pressure. I've been doing a compression, straighten your arms out, don't be flimsy with it. Do it 30 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then after you do the 30 compressions, you would immediately go to the breaths. When doing the breaths, you might not have a mask, but if you do have a mask with you, you would clamp it like this, so you have secure lock down there so there's no air getting out. And push down right there, so you have good air. Tilt back the head so their airways are open. Do 2 easy breaths. And then after those breaths, you would go right back to doing compressions. 2 breaths. And then you would do the 30 compressions again, followed by another breath, or another thing of 2 breaths. And if they're still unresponsive, you check their pulse, and if they still have no pulse, you repeat the cycle again, 3 steps. In an event when you come upon someone that's unresponsive and you don't have one of these masks, you should pinch the nose, tilt their head back, and give your 2 breaths only in their mouth. This part of the video is demonstrating CPR on an unresponsive infant. When you come upon an unresponsive infant, you would immediately have the person nearest you call for help. And as they're doing that, you would check for the baby's pulse. And when you check their pulse, you check it under their arm, upper arm up here. Okay. When they don't have a pulse, you would immediately start doing the CPR. Same as an adult, you would do 30 compressions, well, a series of 30 compressions followed by 2 breaths. And when doing the compressions on an infant, though, you would take your index finger and your middle finger and place it directly under the breastbone or the sternum. And when doing compressions, you lay them flat out so they can get oxygen still. And you do compressions just like this.